Hello everyone, welcome to Chirag SQL Server debate tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn how to create the merge application in SQL Server. We will be using two ways in SQL Server, using the SQL Server Management Studio graphical user interface, and second, we are using T-SQL script. So for the replication, we need the three parts, that is distribution, publisher, and subscriber. So we already discussed about that, and we have pop out the video regarding that, so you can go through the video. And we have a transaction replication and merge replication and this snapshot replication. So we have a video on the transaction replication, snapshot replication. Now we are going to with the merge replication. So there is some steps, so I'm going through that steps and we'll do that. So create the local Windows account for the replication agent for the publisher in the server one. So we can assume that we have two servers and one servers we are using for the distribution and publisher publication on the same machine and subscribe in the different machine, that is in different location. Both should be connected with each other. Okay, add the publisher. Go to the computer management and administrative tool in the control panel. System tools, expand the local users and groups. Right click on the users, then select the and select new user and create this for users. All users are created in the publisher machine one. So I'm showing with the demo. Already we have created the users, so I'm just showing the process. Right click on the Windows machine, go to the your computer management. Okay, so there is a local users and groups. So click on the users. You want to create the users, so right click on the users, new user, give the users name. Okay, so give the users name. Remove the machine name from here. You have any doubt? So these four are the users name, so I'm creating 4 users. Give the username and give the password. Just uncheck this one. You must change the password next login. Just uncheck this one, click on the password never expire and create that. Okay. So like I created the four users, all 4 users are here. Same thing I will do with the second machine. So on the second machine I'll create the user distribute REPL distribution and REPL merge. This is a merge replication, so we need the merge user for that. So create the merge user. So do the same thing and create the user. Next, now move to the server one, machine one, publisher machine, and prepare the snapshot folder for that. So snapshot folder where we will keep the data and it is accessible from the both the servers. So that will be good for the our replication that needed for that is very important folder where we'll just see the data. So go to the your data folder, right click and create one folder, that is the REPL data. So right click on that, go to the property. So properties, sharing, advanced sharing. Go to the sharing, advanced sharing, and go to the permission. Click on add and go to the advanced. Find now and add the following these 3 users. This all 3 users add. So after adding that, give the permission for the distribution read, merge read, and REPL snapshot full control. Go to the then I just assume that I added 3. So snapshot I'm giving the full allow, and replication I'm giving only read, and merge I'm giving for the read. So do the same thing for all. Close here, click on OK, and do all the thing. And this is my network path for the reply data. So keep the path in for the future use. After your sharing permission, close the permission. RPL data dialog box. In the go to the, now we are going to the security, edit and add, and advance and find now. Add these 3 accounts. So go to the RPL data, right click on that, go to the property, go to the security tab, and go to edit, add, and add advanced, right? And do the same thing and add these 3 accounts. So after adding these 3 accounts, you will get this So there is a snapshot, I'm giving the full control. Distribution, I'm giving the add read only, and merge, I'm giving the read only. So do the same thing for that. Now close, apply and close. So I have given the share permission and this one security permission. Verify the following permission. Again verify this because this is very important to read and write the data. Keep the sharing folder path for the future. This is my sharing folder path. Now replication folder is empty. So replication folder is empty now. So go there. There is a UNC. So this two are created for the one snapshot replication, one for the transaction replication. So just assume that these are not there. So my replication data folder is empty. Okay. So just assume there is a two folders, one more folder will be created. So configure distribution and publisher. So configure the distribution. Distribution is very important. So go to the publisher machine, right click on the publication, and there is an option configure distribution. So already I have configured the distribution. I have a separate video regarding the creating the distribution. So right click on that and create the distribution. So after creating the distribution, there is a simple process for the distribution. So this is the process for the creating the distribution. And after creating the distribution, you create a database if you want. So for the replicate the data. So or you have already existing database, so you can use the existing database for the application. So now these things are completed. Okay. After creating the distribution, user mapping, so select the database, distribution and public. So repeat the previous. So now set the permission to the publisher. So go to there. So just log in with the SQL Server Management Studio for the first server and go to the security logins. Just click on the new logins, right click on the logins, you will get the new login. Just go to the search, advanced, find, and just add the snapshot and this three account, means all four accounts you should add, and user mapping you should give the distribution database to the DB owner and the your whatever the database you want to publish that database to the DB owner. So I'm just doing the same thing. So here add all the four one by one. After adding, put the user mapping and give the permission. Just like just assume that we added 4. I'm giving the permission for the particular database. So go to the user mapping, and now I'm selecting the database. So that is adding the database smart library, or just adding the database photography. Photography, just give the DB owner for that. Same thing you do for the all 4. User mapping, there is a photography, DB owner, click on OK, merge, photography, DB owner, OK, go to the snapshot, right click on that, go to the property, user mapping, photography, DB owner, OK. So I did the steps, this one, the first part is completed. Now go to configure the replication for merge replication. So configure the replication between the two fully connected servers. Both the servers should be connected to each other. Just if you have a doubt, then just ping with the both the server. And I'm accessing with the one server with the management studio to another server, means this is accessible. Okay. Now configure the publisher for the merge replication. So go to the machine, first machine, go to the replication. There is a local publication, right click on the local publication, click on the new publication, go to the next. I have given the permission for the photography database, some photography database, click on next. Now I am creating for the merge publication, click on next. So my SQL Server is 2008 or later. Go to the next. See, as the store procedure, user defined functions are there. So all the table have the primary key, so we don't have issue. This is stored procedure. This is a user defined function. Just check whatever you want. And there is a article properties. So article properties, if you want to change any properties for the articles means your table list, so you can change, just like there is a one option is there, drop existing object and create a new one. You can do that, and there is a four more options are there, so you can select as per your requirement. And like this you can go for the property for the stored procedure also, and user defined function, or we have the property. So I'm not changing any property. Go to the next. So object referred by the stored procedure required, and this so now I'm going to remove the stored procedure. I'm going through the table only, so unique identifier column will be added to the tables. Okay, so it will apply for the both side of the database, because this is a merge replication. So merge will do for the both the side of the database. Whenever the database changes in the publisher or subscriber, it will just reflect the both the side. So when it will go from the publisher to subscriber, so there is a publisher and subscriber to publisher, then subscriber become a publisher, and publisher become a subscriber. So go to the next. So there is a filter tables or options are there. If you want to add any filter table, so just like I want to keep some condition on that, so you can write on that. So it's a filter table and the good option for the SQL Server replication. Go to the next. So create snapshot immediately. Schedule the snapshot agent to run at the following time. So I want to run the immediately. Go to the next. So snapshot agent, I have to give the snapshot details here. Click on next. Create the publication. I'm giving the photography underscore pub publication and merge. So this is the merge publication is there. Click on next. There is a 14 articles are added on that. Just close that. So our photography added for the merge replication. See, there is a different symbol for this is merge replication. So publication type is merge. If you go through it, so right click on that, go to the view snapshot 80% generating schema object of the article user info. Right click on that, go to the property and add to the publication access list. So I am adding the distribution area for that. Now go to the second machine and refresh. We don't have photography here, so now I'm going to create the subscription. So right click on the publication name and go to the new subscription. Go to the next. So this is a photography, this is a publication merge. Go to the next. All agent of the distribution. Go to the next. I want to add the subscriber. Add the SQL subscriber here. So with the second machine, because I want to subscribe with the second machine, just adding that. Connect. So we don't have that database, so now I'm going for the new database. Give the name, photography. Click on OK. Go to the next. Here we have option to merge agent security. So click on this button. This is for the subscription. So I have to add with the go to the step snapshot agent generated application exit I added account. So I have to add the distribution agent. Go there. I'm giving the distribution agent details. Click on OK. Go to next. Run on the demand only. Run continuously. Run on the demand as per your request. You can select anyone. I'm just selecting for the now. Run continuously. Go to the next. Immediately go to the next. Prior to the conflict resolution, 75% subscription type server and client. So this is my first one. I'm just using again server. Go to the next. Create the subscription next and finish it. So everything is created. Now let me go to the second machine and refresh that. Photograph is created, but we don't have any tables now. Let me give the permission for the distribution. Go to the properties, user mapping, photography, give the DB owners. Now check with the subscription status, applied focus. Let me check the second machine, refresh. So see, databases are created. Just right click and select one database is one admin is there. So in this replication, whatever we will change in the first machine, it will reflect to the second machine, and if you change anything in the second machine, it will reflect to the first machine. So again, let me check the everything with the replication monitor, everything running good or not. This is my application. We are synchronizing agent is also completed. So now test the replication. So working or not. Just I'm going through the photography, and here admin I'm going to add one data. Because your row ID, I'm unable to add that. Everywhere will be the row ID. So this is with the merge replication. So I'm going to add the design. Let's see. Okay, it was on the long add that. So that's not issue. So if I'm going to insert any data in both the side, it will reflect to the replication. Okay. Finally, we completed the merge replication in SQL Server, and we used the SQL Server Management Studio for that. And later on, if we want to T-SQL. So while just creating the SQL Server Management Studio, create the T-SQL script, and if you run the script, it will do the same. So steps, I'll just put the steps on that. It's working. So our application is working. All the data are reflected here. Check the admin on reflected that. So hope this video will help. Thank you for watching.